I've been watching the Mark Cavendish documentary.
Me too.
It's very good.
Me too. I was late to the party because we wanted to watch it before last episode.
What party?
The party of everybody watching the Netflix and chill party.
Oh, right, okay.
You weren't invited.
Oh, okay, good. I think that's a good thing that I wasn't invited.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it's great.
It was really good.
Wait, did you say episodes? Was it just one?
In one episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said. I thought I was watching a different documentary to you.
The 10-part Mark Cavendish documentary.
Yeah. To be fair, it does.
I would watch that.
It does end very abruptly. So if there was another episode, I could believe it.
I guess they made it in prep for potentially him breaking Eddie Merckx's record, didn't they? And they had to leave it open-ended because there isn't an ending.
Or maybe there is. Maybe there is an alternative ending where he actually does it. There's like sound bites and you go like, "I did it, guys!"
Well, I got him to record all.
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy.
And then they pull the plug.
It made me feel very nostalgic watching back. We talked on this podcast before about Chasing Legends, the series that followed HTC High Road, HTC Columbia, the team from it was early 2000s. Was it early 2000s? 2009. Late.
No idea.
2009, I'm pretty sure, was the year where he won so many stages of the Tour de France. It was amazing. And they used loads of footage from that. It was awesome. He's so good. I was actually, in that documentary, there's a large portion and a lot of the footage is from Dimension Data, the team that he was on. I was on the training camp the second year, which is when he was having problems.
Right.
And the team, there were guys on the team who were well on his side. Doug, the team manager, said no, he's not going to the Tour de France. And that was obviously all happening while I was there.
What do you mean you were there? Why were you there?
I was there with recceing an event for Hot Chili, basically. I was there with Hot Chili. And they're mates with the guys. A lot of the South African cyclists all know each other. So Sven, who owns Hot Chili, is friends with Doug Ryder, and we got invited to the parties they were at. So it's like it's a pre-season training camp, but it's so early that it's not very serious.
Right.
So they're all there, and they're it's the one time of year that cyclists can be a bit loose and have some beers and enjoy themselves. So we had a few beers with the riders, did some rides as well, horribly hungover. And I remember specifically one of the days, the guys who were new on the team, they're like the stagiaires or the guys who were coming over from other teams to Dimension Data that year, were really excited. So they were riding on the front really hard. And we did this ride to Paarl, which is 100 miles and really well hot. It's 35 degrees till 40 degrees. Chatted to Lachlan Morton about drop bears. And then towards the end of the ride, when they were really pushing on, Mark Cavendish rode to the front and just shouted at everyone and was slow down. He got really angry at the people in the front of the ride.
At the end of the ride?
Yeah, towards the end of the ride.
Why didn't you do it at the beginning?
Well, he was probably feeling all right then.
Oh, okay, right.
But as it happens, as they portrayed in the documentary that he wasn't in the best shape.
Right.
Both physically and mentally. Mm. So I can see why he was reacting like that.
Right.
No real hate towards the guys. People get excited, don't they? Ride really hard on the front of races.
I think
rides.
The best bit of that show for me was there was a couple of bird's eye view shots of some of the sprints that he won, and
how does he get to the front?
He looked so much faster than the people that are on his standard.
He was,
and he was fast.
He's
just faster.
He was his head is so low. Which is, he's the first sprinter to get really aero and thinking about that.
He's tiny though.
And he's tiny, yeah. And that's the position he sprints in. Mm-hmm. But it led to him being faster. But also his, that, it's how he moves to the front of a group is bonkers. Because he's nowhere sometimes until, he's not in the shot. You can't see him, you can't spot him. And then somehow he just makes his way to the front.
Maybe you can't spot him because he's just tiny. He's just hiding.
It's very small.
Yeah.
He also, I like how his comeback ride, it was funny, you're into cycling kit, you run a kit brand. The amount of racers who didn't use, it was the dumb thing, just wear a jersey and shorts in a race.
Yeah.
And I remember, the comeback ride that he did for the Olympic road race, he won in a skin suit, and pretty much everyone else there wasn't in a skin suit. It's funny. And now everyone's in skin suits, obviously, because it's significantly faster.
It's not significantly faster. I think we should test it. I'm very confident.
Significantly
I'm
faster.
very confident.
We don't need to test it. People have tested it before.
I'm very confident it is not significantly faster.
I am.
Okay.
Your idea of what's significant or not is different
To what?
to mine and all bike races.
I think we should test it.
Cool.
Okay, done.
Down to
Fine.
the wind tunnel.
See you there.